I know they out here talking like I ain't the man, like I ain't gon' do every single thing they said I can, like I ain't been holding off the tape and giving them a chance, like I ain't afraid to switch the floor up like a change of plans of these rappers, readjust your whole summer, you ain't seen the projections, boy you gon' be outnumbered, can't afford not to win, losing ain't in the budget, and it's far from an option, that's why we never discuss it, we don't got that writing, that's just something we know, ain't no lights to the altitude, everything is a go, I ain't noticed your progress, what you don't understand is everybody sounding like a little boy to the man, you should know I'm always on my grind, keep it 9 to 5, I be on my job all the time, everything is mine, understand me, if I said it then I mean it, I ain't lying, understand me, you ain't get it, you should read between the lines, understand me, no suggestions, clearly I've been doing fine, understand me, couldn't see me if I open up the blinds, understand me, don't request a feature, I ain't got the time, understand me, yeah I said it, don't come to me for help when your career is looking desperate, yeah I said it, should probably give me brain, cause she knows just where I'm headed,
Welcome to the workforce. It appears to be a day like any other day. This fella is smashing some coffee and crunching numbers. Oh no, he does appear to have an issue with a piece of shit office chair provided by the manager. I don't know what's going on with it exactly. He tries to ignore the problem and remain productive, but that's hard to do, and he cracks the shits. He has to stand up. This is a stand-up problem. There's a lot of confusion though, so he sits back down. He gives it a quick test. It is definitely still fucked. Fucked chair confirmed. I wouldn't trust it with me life. A bloody wheel has fallen off now. Once the wheels fall off, you need to recognize that the situation is not gonna improve. Nonetheless, he fucking soldiers on, sits down, and the chair throws him off. That was a beautiful takedown by the chair. I reckon it's fucking studied jiu-jitsu. Unfortunately, the chair now has to feel the full wrath of the human, and so does the Macintosh. Crikey, I don't think any office equipment is safe from this bloody animal anymore. He goes after the clock. He says, "Fuck you, clock." He's sick of deadlines. Oh, that was a massive pile driver into the wall. The pinboard takes a hit. Pinboard never did anything to anyone. Fuck. He's going full gangster. He's yelling, "Die, motherfucker." The luxury item used to be a friend. Now it's a proper enemy. I don't think he's heard the saying, "Don't kick a chair when it's down," although that's mostly to protect your ankles. Anyway, he's like, "Fuck this place," and he does a walkout. Time to get an outdoors job.
Oh yeah, you know, good morning everyone. You know, I know we've played that before, but we've never played it the Aussie Man review way, and I'm telling you, I watched that this morning and I freaking died a little bit inside. And so good morning, welcome to the show. And that intro video was brought to you, by the way, by Chris Bazzano. You can find him on Instagram at BXZZANO. And so we're just we're experiencing technical difficulties, as in I can see you, you can hear me, you can hear the videos, but I can't hear the videos. So I'm sitting here basically with no sound coming from the computer, and Chase, who's supposed to be here right now, is not here. Good one, Chase. That's all right. I had a really nice sweater that I was going to one-up him with, and he didn't show, so I didn't have to one-up him. I one-upped him by showing up. Anyways, big, huge shout-out to Art from Scars. We've teamed up with them. I have two mouses right now, and I keep grabbing the wrong one. Sorry. Back on track. Art from Scars is a foundation that we have teamed up with at Apex Tattoo Factory. They help women who have survived breast cancer to cover up their scars, and we personally are helping them do that, and we need your help still. So if you could go to artfromscars.org and donate $1, $5, anything helps. We do our best to try and donate as much as we can. We do a couple for free, but we can't do everyone for free. So definitely go to artfromscars.org and donate $1 if you got an extra $1. A huge shout out to my daughters who did a show with no sound. They had the same problem and they still rocked it out. You know, little nerves here and a little bit of technical difficulties, and they still rocked it out. So big shout out to Susan and Caitlin. And I see that Susan is in the other room awake. So good morning to you. I also have a huge shout out to a good friend, Shanta, who decided to try and break the world record on biggest Father's Day card ever. Yeah. Could you imagine opening that envelope? So, Shanta, if you're watching, thank you so much for the Father's Day card. That was obviously the biggest card I've ever received in my life, and you're a good friend. On to the next. Let's see, what do we got today? Right here in Apex, the Peak City Pig Fest is going to be this weekend, and if you don't know anything about that, you need to. There is some incredibly good barbecue. They actually are competing, and let me show you what we got going on here. Let me just cover up my face, and yeah, like we haven't done this before. There we go. So anyways, Rascal Flatts is also going to be at, I didn't know Rascal Flatts was an English band. That's crazy. So anyways, lot of stuff going on. Paramore is going to be at Red Hat Amphitheater on Friday. Rascal Flatts on Saturday. I have no idea who Arctic Monkeys is, but that's a cool name. So there's a lot to do this weekend. I think I'm going to take me and the kids to the beach. But definitely come to Apex. Check out our Pig Fest, cuz it is some really good food. So and on to the next one. We have okay, my autocorrect is killing me cuz I didn't catch this. Leesville wants to basically be put on the world map, and they are in competition to make a completely solar powered car, and it is pretty cool. I mean, I read the article and I thought it was very much newsworthy, since most news sucks and these people are trying to make a solar car. So let's get ready for a commercial real quick.
This is Alice.
Yeah, so this is a high school solar car team. This is a national event. Let's see. Oh, here we go. If that's too loud, I apologize.
New tonight, it's good news. 2 years in the making, a group of Wake County high school students taking their unique creation to the national stage.
WRL's Jeff Hogan is along for the ride.
Today is a big day for us.
From a drawing and a dream,
there's a lot of satisfaction to it.
To driving their creation.
Some friends don't believe it. They're like, really, you did that? And I'm like, yeah, come on down to the engineering room and look at it. You can see it. You can actually touch it.
We learned from that experience.
Meeting during lunchtime, after school, in summertime, for 2 years, the Leesville Road High School solar car team built this vehicle.
Just being able to learn stuff and put your hands onto it and knowing how to do it is learning is just awesome. Right now,
they are mechanics, electricians, designers, and they're determined.
In many aspects of your life, you need to deliver, right? So we need that pressure because we need to make it happen.
North Carolina first in flight, that's all well and good, but Leesville High School, the first high school in the state to have a solar-powered car entered in a national race.
Exactly, we want to make history.
And if the sun continues to shine on them, they will. It's a cross-country race next month from Texas to California, and it's enough to bring the driving force behind the team to tears.
Would be the start of something bigger. Crossing the finish line will be something.
There's going to be a lot of emotion there. If we can make it to California and get across the line, there's going to be a lot of emotion. Just the fact that we made it.
Yes, made at Leesville Road High. Jeff Hogan, WRAL, with good news in Wake County.
Hey, and we hope the sun shines on them.
That is definitely good news. I encourage everybody to do some shit like that. I mean, these are kids. These are high school kids, and Yeah, if you didn't know, guys, you can go down to the bottom of the page on the right there. If you're on a laptop, if you're on a cell phone, you just go all the way down to the bottom and hit live chat, and you can come up here and chat with me and then help me with the show. Technical difficulties is never fun, but hey, I left that screen up. Oops. Anyways, go over to the right hand side, scroll all the way down to the bottom and hit live chat, and you can come up here and chat with me and Susan. I see that 5 people are watching, but I only have one of them talking to me, so definitely join the show. And what I'll do is I'll pop you. What just happened here? There we go. And yeah, so Susan's being my technical advisor right now and just letting me know that the sound is good, because I don't know. And they actually did their first show on Tuesday, which I do apologize, by the way, for that. I did say Wednesday, but the thing is this is a brand new studio, and so I have a yet to adjust my schedule enough for it to be on Wednesday. And if you didn't know, I have severe back problems, and right now, in order to help me get through these days, I have to do a back massage. And so yesterday I would have waited 2 weeks to have one, which is hard for me to do being a tattoo artist. All I do is sit there slunched over all day, and life sucks when I miss the back massage. And huge shout out to my massage therapist, by the way, because in 2 sessions, I have a new massage therapist who is actually a certified rehabilitation person. I don't know what the hell it's called. Anyways, showing me some new stretches and everything, and life has been good. So unfortunately, I would love to say that you guys come first, but number one is first, and number one is me and my back. So sorry for that. I am here Thursday. We are gonna attempt to make the best of it. I don't know why it says my video output is low and that I'm having trouble buffering. Good morning, everyone. Wow, you listen to me. So anyways, long story short, we were supposed to do the show yesterday. I have pressing issues, medical issues, and I could not reschedule, so that's why I'm here with you on Thursday. And we were just discussing local news, and it's for the first time in a while, it's not 100% shitty. So we also have another pretty good video here, if I can get past all these pop-ups. There we go. So this is a Panther Creek cheerleader. She was diagnosed with a rare form of, well, I'll let them tell you. It's an incredible story of people doing what they should do, and that's using your heart and doing the best things that you can for the people that you love. And, well, we'll just let them tell you.
Later this month, we will be hosting the High School OT Honors Banquet, presenting many awards to high school athletes and coaches. One of the finalists for the Courage Award is Panther Creek cheerleader Lauren Mulder. Mary Dunleavy explains why Lauren is such a deserving candidate.
Since Lauren Mulder was 5, cheer and dance have been her passion.
It made me find a lot of friends, and competitions and cheering at games just really uplifted my spirit.
As a 5-year-old, Lauren was diagnosed with HSP, a rare autoimmune disorder that attacked her kidneys.
But I remember not being able to walk and just having my legs being really itchy.
The Panther Creek cheerleader and dancer has been fighting her kidney disease for nearly 12 years and has bravely gone to dialysis 3 times a week.
She never showed an ounce of fear. She was making us all smile and laugh through that.
In December, Lauren started to digress.
When our doctor said, you know what, it's time. She is beginning to show stages of renal failure. We began to see that in Lauren.
I usually felt really tired, and I just didn't feel like myself.
The high school junior needed a kidney transplant. Lauren's mom, Chris, seemed to be the likely candidate, but a kidney stone eliminated her as a donor. That's when her stepdad, Mike, stepped in.
Any of us would have given anything to get her back to feeling healthy.
Thankfully, the former WRAL reporter's kidney was a perfect match.
We were kind of amazed that we were a perfect match all the way across the line. It was the chances were very rare.
Knowing that it was Mike the first time I ever heard it was just crazy, and it made me think about how he came into my mom's life for a reason.
While her recovery will take time, her courage continues to shine through.
Well, I think Lauren's the hero in all of this for the way that she has persevered.
And there's no doubt Lauren is ready to make her return to the stage and sideline at Panther Creek.
Would love to get back into it. It just is a huge part of my life and makes me happy and makes me feel normal.
Mary Dunleavy, WRAL Sports, Cary.
Yeah, so I mean, incredible story, you know, of a stepdad. I mean how much how freaking cruel and crazy and awesome is that I mean, you only got 2 of them, and he gave her 1, and that's not his biological kid, but I mean, yeah, that's definitely a really good story and positive news for a change. Yeah, we're just rolling right along today, and just so you know, if you ever catch the show after we're not live, you can always go on apexarttalk@gmail.com, send us a link. We'll shout you out. We'll do our best to put you in the show. Somebody else that I recently found is a local vlogger. I want you to check her out. Let me see. I'm missing a screen here. There we go. So, ifakenormal, all one word, on YouTube, has restarted their ifakenormal vlog. They've been there a while. I just recently found her. It was originally a group, but she restarted the ifakenormal with video diaries, and you can follow her daily struggles or whatever, you know, her daily adventures. We like to support local people, and we love to encourage everyone to go do their thing. So I found one of my friends on Instagram was doing a video diary, and I checked it out, and I thought it was pretty interesting. You know, they're short, they're cool. Check her out. ifakenormal. You can also find her on Instagram at GRAE_M, and I believe she posts it there. So shout out to you, and keep doing what you're doing. You know, you encourage people, and that's important. So on to the next thing. By the way, big fucking thumbs down to Chase today. Froggle Goggle. Doing the show by myself with, you're my tech guy, and I'm having technical difficulties, and you're not here, so screw you. I even had a fancy sweater, even though I've lost almost 40 pounds now, and it looks like a freaking parachute on me. I was still going to wear it to one-up you. But it turns out all I had to do was show up today to one-up you. And Susie, said that video was amazing. It was amazing, and it was amazing. Big heart, and I think that everybody needs to have a little bit bigger heart these days. And so we are on to the entertainment portion of this. Let's see. So I was revisiting some videos that I had seen, and there's this dude. He's a gamer, I guess. I'm not a big gamer myself, so I'm not 100% sure how this works, but apparently he found somebody that was basically a super fan of Kendrick Lamar, and he was able to basically make himself sound like Kendrick Lamar. And so he trolled this dude and made him think that he was having extra relations with his girlfriend, and so he was torn between the person that he loves and Kendrick Lamar, who apparently he had a man crush on. And so I'm not going to spoil it completely for you, but this is absolutely hilarious.
Shit, man, come on, bro. Hey, come on with that shit, nigga, come on. Hey, yo, who up in this bitch?
Yo.
Hey, what's good, homie?
You sound like identical to Kendrick Lamar.
Damn, nigga, I wonder what that is. Hey, what? Hey, this motherfucker say you sound like Kendrick Lamar, bro. Hey, Q. Hey, this nigga.
This ain't really him.
Yeah, it was good, bro, it was good.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it's me, nigga. What the fuck y'all freaking out about? Y'all ain't think rappers play games or some shit?
Holy fucking shit, no, but like, Kendrick Lamar, man. I actually love you, dude. Is this really you?
Man, the fuck you mean this is really me? You already know it's me. Come on, dog. Shit.
Oh my fucking god, it's you. I've literally got all your songs, man. I fucking love you, bro.
Hey, well, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm blessed.
Dude, could you, like, just say, like, Liam is the homie or something like that?
Hold up, man. I gotta get this real quick.
Oh, yeah, that's fine, man. Holy shit. Fucking Kendrick Lamar.
Hey, baby, what's up? Hey, what the fuck you get mad at me for? You know, I don't fucking groupie bitches. You know that shit.
Oh, my God.
Who the fuck are you to get pissed off? You see me behind your boy's back any goddamn way.
Yes, Kendrick.
Rebecca, I know he's a lame-ass dude, but that does not mean you ain't cheating, though.
Are you? Are you fucking serious? My girlfriend's name is the same as Kendrick Lamar.
I'm out here putting in work. How you expect me to show for your family events and shit? I got a whole... Man, you got a boyfriend to do that weak-ass shit. Hey, don't raise your voice at me. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Nah, fuck that shit, or I'm out.
Fucking savage.
Hey, man, listen, if you ever get yourself a chick, man, never let it treat you like you ain't the motherfucking king, man. Real shit.
Kendrick, you're the fucking man. I heard you talking on the phone, bro. That was fucking savage.
Yeah, man, this bitch think I'm finna rock up to a family events and shit like I don't got things to do, man. Like, this some bullshit.
Yes, Kendrick.
You got a bitch?
Yeah, bro, I was just about to say. My girlfriend's name is Rebecca, too.
Well, hold up, homie. Hold up. Wait, she ain't my girlfriend, brother. This is Saho.
Oh.
She got another man's, all right? Fucking Liam or some shit. She ain't my girlfriend, bro.
Liam who?
Man, fuck if I know, my nigga. Some lame-ass banker or some shit.
He's not a financial advisor, is he?
Yeah, that's it, man. How the fuck you know?
Dun dun dun.
What's Rebecca's last name?
Like, I fucking know, man. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, but like...
1 second. Man, are y'all fucking serious? Yo, stop fucking calling me, bitch. Fine, you know what? I'm fucking coming to Auntie May's 53rd goddamn birthday. And it's gonna be turned as fuck, alright? You happy now? Fuck him. Tell him it's canceled because the real niggas coming to his
He's
place.
about to lose his top.
Then fuck this shit, I'm out.
Are you fucking serious?
Man, fuck these side hoes, man. Shit.
Are you fucking serious?
What's up, little nigga?
Wait, your name, your girlfriend, just
Get that shit out, nigga, goddamn.
Is your girlfriend's name Rebecca?
Hey, yeah, that is. Hey, how the fuck you know that? You fucking dating her too?
What the fuck? She's my fucking girlfriend.
Fuck out of here, bro, with your drunk ass, nigga. You funny.
No, I am. That's my girlfriend, and you're seeing her.
Yeah, man, alright, whatever. Just another side hoe anyway. It don't fucking matter.
So long story short, I'm gonna fast forward it a little bit. If you want to watch the full video, you can go down after the video or after our stream is over, and so basically he calls his girlfriend and breaks up with her, and then he says, "Well, man, I got this song. Nobody's heard it before. I'm gonna send it to you."
put the pen to the paper, ain't nobody greater. Everybody and their friends just haters. I just fucking grade them. Shut these niggas up like they a breaker. I know fucking trader. Cook these niggas up like I'm a baker. My shit something major. Nigga like them. Yeah, nigga like them. Yeah, Kenny drop them. All these niggas like them. Yeah, I put up on the charts and hit them numbers like blam. So who the fuck is fucking with you, made a nigga scram? Goddamn. Shit, King Kendrick on a roll. Somebody need to tell this nigga Liam this a troll. He think I still is going suicide like William Soul. But the truth is, nigga, I ain't even Kendrick. You should know. Wait, pause. Look, I heard you was a fan. I kill your dreams like a ghostwriter, man. See, like we played you like a game on a game. Now you see, it's a shame. Be lucky, he was tame.
Dang.
Lieutenant Lickman said to say out to your mom for him.
So yeah, like I was like, wow, way to get punked. I mean, that was harsh. You know, I don't know who put him up to this or how that works, that you're able to troll somebody that hard, but you know, that was pretty epic. That was definitely an epic troll right there. And so the next funny one for today was one I actually got our Facebook screen to work this morning, and so the next one actually comes from Facebook, and it's pretty funny. It's actually the title to our show today. So check this out and enjoy your Thursday.
Oh. Carl fainted. He hit the ground hard. I'm really worried about him.
I think he might be in shock, sir.
Nah, I think it looks worse than it is. Had some bad shellfish down in Florida once. That hurt way worse. Hey, Carl, hey, these men are here to help you.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to just stay still.
Can you tell me what happened? It was amazing. I'm down here laying sheetrock. I hear Tim from 5 stories up yell, "Hey, Mike, watch out." So I look up, and then, swoosh, 6 feet of rebar goes right through me. And then I'm like, holy shit. Tim, you see this? And then Carl runs over, and he's all, see what? And then, boom, Carl's out cold.
So we're gonna have to take you to the hospital.
Mike, it's bad. It's really bad.
Are you kidding me? This is my lucky day. The city owns this building. I'm getting paid. Carl, we're all going down to the islands. We're opening up a bar. Hey, you hear that, Timmy?
Call it the rebar.
Call it the rebar.
Bingo. This guy drinks for free.
Mike, we're gonna get you on the rig. Be still, real slow.
Yeah.
Carl fainted. So that was the epic funny from Facebook today. And on to the last one, which was you know, it's always fun to poke fun even at the things that you enjoy. I'm not a huge NRA anything, so when I saw this, I died laughing. Let me see if I can get it to pop up. There we go.
The Constitution does not decree the right to keep and bear arms. It says the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
The NRA believes that America's laws should be obeyed, and we will defend the right to bear arms
by any means necessary. We will not be docile for our oppressors.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're with the NRA?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a problem?
No.
No, of course not. The NRA thinks everyone should have guns.
Yes, all my brothers should have guns. And we will not rest until we are roaming the streets heavily armed.
Absolutely. How many brothers do you have?
Our numbers grow daily with every hate crime or case of police brutality.
Good. Why do you want to own guns again?
It's my right.
Right. The Second Amendment also mentions a well-regulated militia.
We have a well-regulated militia.
Do you? Where do you live again?
That sounds like a background check.
No.
We would never do anything like that. Background checks are,
an invasion of privacy.
Right.
A right is a right. It doesn't have to be justified.
Correct. That's right.
Absolutely. And it is my right to defend myself against the racist government.
Whoa. All right, the government for sure overreaches and we hate them. But they aren't racist.
No, I wouldn't go that far.
You would if you came from where I come from.
Yeah.
I'm from the land that enslaved my ancestors.
Right, all right, okay, let's just show a little bit of control with the gun.
Gun control is not necessary. What we need is gun education. You see, this trigger right here, the slightest pressure from my finger, I could send enough bullets to rip your body in half.
That's not to be too careful. It could kill someone.
Yeah, guns can kill. So can knives. What, you gonna try and take away my knives too?
Yes. What do you need that thing for?
Hunting season is over, man.
That depends on who you hunt.
Who you're hunting?
Was it?
You said who?
Yeah. Is it who you're hunting or what you're hunting?
Who are you hunting?
What did I say?
You said who?
Said who?
Just now?
You definitely said who.
You said who?
From my cold, dead hand.
Hi, I'm Raphael from College Humor. Click here to subscribe.
Sorry, I was adjusting there. So, yeah, like I couldn't stop laughing at that one, so I had to share. It was hilarious. That comes from College Humor on YouTube. College Humor being one word. And we are off, and we are about midway through the show. And if you're just joining us, you can always go down to the scroll down to the bottom if you're on your cell phone and hit live chat, and you can come up and chat with both Kat, Susie, and Shanta, who are chatting with us this morning. And if you're catching this and we're not on the air anymore, just know that Chase is a complete and utter failure today. And I one-upped him this morning by waking up and putting on a shirt and walking into the studio. So, you know, boo, Chase. I'm not going to let him live that one down. God, I love torturing people. So anyways, if you are catching us after the show goes off the air, you can always email us at apexarttalk@gmail.com. All the links to everything that we're going through today is always in the description. I am overly tired this morning, and I plan on making a trip to the beach sometime. So Susan thought that was pretty funny video, and so we're just rocking along. We're having technical difficulties. I cannot hear the videos that you're hearing, and so I'm doing my very best to keep it going. So it's a little tougher to maintain dialogue when you can't hear what you're playing. But on to what's trending out there today. I heard something completely amazing, and a lot of people, you know, the younger crowd knows nothing about Janis Joplin. Was an iconic singer, just like Jimi Hendrix or Jim Morrison. It would have been in the same time era of, or generation, however you want to call it. But this one was number 2 trending, and you will quickly see why. It's a little weird, you know, if you weren't familiar with Janis Joplin. A little 13-year-old girl. To me, it felt like Janis Joplin was reincarnated. And so this is your golden buzzer number 2. Let me see here.
Welcome to America's Got Talent. How are you?
A little bit nervous.
That's okay to be nervous. That's totally understandable. What's your name?
Courtney.
And how old are you?
13.
Oh, 13. Wow. What's your favorite subject in school?
Music.
What kind of music?
I don't know.
You're very sweet. And I'm guessing you're going to be singing for us?
Yeah.
Listen, don't be nervous. I know this is a big stage and there's lots of people here, but you're here for a reason, so go for it and good luck.
Thank you.
Y'all ready for this? Prepare to be amazed.
like this shy little thing when you first came out, and then you sing and you're like a lion. I mean, genuinely incredible. Howie, what did you think?
Oh my God. You are not from this era. You're from a whole different era. And I'm a huge Janis Joplin fan, and there's a story, if you ever watch the documentary, Clive Davis, he goes to the Monterey Pop Festival, and he sees this young girl that nobody has ever seen before, that nobody knows. It was the first time Janis Joplin got signed, and that changed her life. Do you know that story?
Yeah.
I'm not Clive Davis, I'm Howie Mandel, and I can't sign you to a record deal. The only thing I can do for you, young lady, is give you...
The passion is enough to encourage anybody to do what you love, because when you do what you love, you shine and you become a different person. You become the person that you were meant to be. And this little girl just blew me away. I was not expecting that. You know, if you don't know anything about Janis Joplin, you know, you would be like, oh man, that was weird. Good, you know, very extremely talented, but for a 13-year-old girl, she sounded like Janis Joplin reincarnated. I really enjoyed that, and that definitely deserves to be #1. So share that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that will enjoy that. And I'm gonna be following this one. Courtney Hadwin. Courtney Hadwin, 13-year-old. And yeah, so that was freaking amazing. You never know. Like I sit up for hours doing this, watching these just to see if they're any good. And so let me shut some of this down. I've got like 100 tabs open right now. The next one was really good. Like the trending today is freaking amazing. So tell me the last time you saw Ashton Kutcher, because I can't remember. Let's go to our... Okay, so we got a little bit of chatting, and you know, I would know that if my co-host was here today and he failed me. So Chase, you suck. Just wanted everybody to know that. And let's see. Yeah, no, that it blew my mind. No, I mean, 13 years old. She was definitely young. Yeah, and Susan said, well, obviously you see what she says. So, yeah, no, I would have thought it was Janis Joplin, and it, you know, after the show, Google her. I know my daughters don't know who Janis Joplin is. Check her out. You'll see really quickly that that little girl, you would swear to God that was just Janis Joplin, coming back to life. And so back on the subject, Ashton Kutcher was on Drop the Mic, and it was pretty funny. So let's see here. With a special guest.
All right, first up, playing and slang for England and late night, it's James Corden! Representing the U.S. and primetime heartthrobs, give it up for Ashton Kutcher!
James, as host, you go first.
You ready for this?
Let it begin.
All right, Josh. Give me a beat. I heard I was battling an A-list hunk, but when I saw Aston Kutcher, I knew I was getting punked. You haven't had a hit movie since 2002. You were so bad in jobs, even Siri won't talk to you. On that 70s show, you're a stoner with jokes, which is ironic because tonight you're the one who's getting smoked. You do great charity work year after year. Want to save something from dying? Start with your career. Stand back. Stand back. Stand back. That should do it.
Let's do this.
He's not a very good rapper.
Peter Rabbit battled me, but your battle's with your lady. Her rabbit's out of batteries. My career's been doing fine ever since the 70s. Your job's an Uber driver for real celebrities. You were at the royal wedding, and that seems right. Every wedding has a guest they didn't invite. People see me at LA, they say, look, it's a star. People see you at LA, they say, dude, where's my car?
That happened one time and you won't let it go. All right, Josh, give me a beat. You made fun of Peter Rabbit and my work on Carpool. I'm not taking that from the tool who made Trucker Hats cool. Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve are movies you fumbled. You ruined more holidays than a Trump-loving uncle. You joined 2.5 men when producers intervened. It's the only time people thought, man, I miss Charlie Sheen. You invested all your money in technology and apps. Hell, I'd do the same if I knew I couldn't act. Do the same.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. If you couldn't act, James, that's the test. Well, the results are in then. It's time to invest. Your jokes are like your suits, a stretch and a groan. You look like a hard-boiled egg applying for a loan. I hate to kick a man when he's down in a slump, but I'm looking at the baby of Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. And now you're off to London? Is that a fact? Well, take some advice, James, and don't ever come back.
I'm going to fast forward this because we're burning through these pretty fast, but there's a special
Someone
judge.
who was big in hip-hop and judging. If only there was someone like that in existence.
Yeah. So, like I said, we got to burn through this one, folks. Let's see. There we go.
The very first time in history, James Carter.
Yeah. So that was absolutely hilarious. And today, so I don't know if most of you know who Little Dicky is. I'm pretty sure most of you do. He came out with a new song that it features Chris Brown. And so I could not stop laughing when I watched this, and I know they're going to flag me over this, but I really don't give a crap. So this is Little Dicky, Freaky Friday.
So I'm pretty torn between the General Tso's chicken and the chicken lo mein. What is your preference between the two?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I will get the chicken lo mein then.
Chicken lo mein, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Here you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Seems like a
real way. Are you Lil Dicky?
Yeah. How are you?
Are you actually Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude! I
So
love
I'm
your
gonna have to
shit.
fast
This is
forward
Lil
this
Dicky. He's
just
like one
a
of my favorite
smidge.
rappers.
Hi, Dave. Nice to meet you.
You're a rapper?
Yep.
No, he's not like a rapper. He's like.
Sometimes I really wish I could be somebody else. Be somebody else.
Wish I could be somebody else for a day, you know?
Be somebody else for a day, you know? Be somebody else for a day, you know?
And on that day, me and Chris Brown would change bodies.
Lil Dicky. I woke up Chris Breezy. Oh my God, I'm the man. I'm so fly and I can dance. There's tattoos on my neck. I just FaceTime Kanye. I told him I'm his biggest fan, yeah. Got all these hoes in my DM. Yeah, I do. Hold up. Holy shit, I got a kid. I can sing so well. Wonder if I can see the N-word. Wait, can I really see the N-word? What up, my nigga? What up, my nigga? Big ups, my nigga. We are my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Cause I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into Freaky Friday. But we got no choice but to turn this bitch sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's body. My drive is Ferrari. And I'm like skin black.
What the fuck? I woke up and I'm Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky? What the fuck? This shit is real weak. How is Dick staying perched up on his balls like that? Walking down the street and ain't nobody know my name. Whoa. Ain't no paparazzi flashing pictures, this is great. Whoa. Ain't nobody judging cause I'm black or my controversial past. I'ma go and see a movie and relax. Hey, I'm a blood but I can finally wear blue. Why's his mama calling all the time? Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Wait, if I'm in Diggy body, Breezy is who? Hope my daughter's in school. Fuck, if I was Chris Brown, where would I be? What would I do?
I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into Freaky Friday. But we got no choice but to turn this bitch sideways. I can't believe that it's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday. I'm in Chris Brown's body. I look at my soft dick with the light. It's my dream dick.
If I was Little Diggy in my body, where would I be? I'm trying to find myself like an introspective monk.
I'm balling on the court, oh my God, I can dunk. Snap a flick of my jump.
My dick is trending on Twitter. Fuck, now I'm at the club, I took my way to getting in. I look up in the VIP, my goodness, there I am. I signal to him, let me in, but he won't let me in.
I don't know who that is.
Wait, who the fuck you think he is? Took a glass bottle, shatter it on the bouncer's head. Walk up to that motherfucker.
Wait, think it through for a sec. If you hurt me, then you only hurting yourself.
But wait, I love myself.
That was the key, now it's switching back. I woke up in Chris Brown's body. So how this shit turned into Freaky Friday.
So yeah, definitely. I gotta stop that. We are like killing it on time today. So, oh yes, that is my new favorite Little Dicky song. Yeah. So enjoy that. I hope that brought you a little joy today. Our ending trending moment there. Today's art topic is painting with a toothbrush. Yes, I said it. You can now paint with a toothbrush, and this is how you do it. So I'm gonna burn through these real quick. I always try and put a how-to, and so this is somebody who just kind of showing you how to paint with a toothbrush. Okay, and the second one is actually really amazing. Let me see if I can super click on this here. This is a super quick time lapse here, and you can see right there, definitely a toothbrush. Look at this. That is freaking amazing. And as always, you can always scroll down to the bottom after the show posts and watch this in full. I wasted a lot of time today. It's a little tougher because I can't hear what you guys can hear, but I assure you we will get these problems resolved today. Or maybe not today, but we will get them done. And here is the very last one for that. And I'm just going to burn through this kind of quick because I don't want you to miss the inspirational ending video. I just think it's so cool that people think of stuff like this. I mean, painting with a toothbrush. And our finale. That's pretty cool. Very trippy. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys joining in today. We had a lot more people and a lot more comments, and thank you all for helping me, because Chase royally screwed the pooch today and left me here all by myself with technical difficulties, and he's our tech guy. So Chase, what the fuck, man? Anyways, also don't forget artfromscars.org, and definitely check out ifakenormal. Awesome. Subscribe, like, support. It takes a lot to get out into the world and put your stuff out into the world, and it's not easy, as you can ask my daughters, who is now doing their own show. It's not easy to sit here and do this, and when you have that knack, you deserve to be recognized for it. So ifakenormal, and like and subscribe. Also like and subscribe our channel, because all we want to do is make your day better. We want to encourage you to do the same thing that everybody else is doing. When you find that little knack that you got, all you got to do is dial it in, and you too can live the life that you want. I wake up and I shit good, I eat good, because I chose one day to walk away from the 9 to 5 and pursue the dream. I've been a tattoo artist for a really long time, but I was never really able to just walk out and rely completely on my talent to support myself, and I wished I'd have done it 20 years earlier. You know what I mean? Because there's something about being your own boss and having that self-determination. If you fail, the only person you can blame is you. But you know what? Do not let that scare you, because when you succeed, it's a whole nother level of pride in yourself when you work real hard and you gain that determination that makes you your own boss. And so our inspirational thought for the day is right along that lines. I know he's got some bad press for basically what I felt like somebody set him up, and I don't believe that one incident that I believe was set up to make him look bad should determine that all his life's work. And so our ending video is about rituals, and it's 8 minutes long, and I really strongly encourage you all to watch it completely, because I'm telling you what, this man changes lives by the thousands. So have a great day. Thanks for joining in, and I hope you enjoyed our show today. We'll be back Monday. So, you weren't supposed to see that. Anyways, have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you Monday.
If you're an owner of a business, you better be raising your hand. If you are a parent, you better be raising your hand. Because, by the way, are kids great salespeople, yes or no? I mean, you don't have to teach them how to deal with rejection. They just let it pass on by and keep coming, right? You can't have an ice cream cone, 10 minutes later they're licking on one with a smile on their face, right? No one taught them any scripts. No one taught them anything. What I want you to get is that the single most important skill in life, we hate the word selling, so I'll give you a word that it really is, that doesn't have the negative connotation. It's the word that all leaders have. What would that word be? Influence. What changes companies is leaders. The only way to change a company is leadership. If I want to change a company that I own and I want to make a shift in that company, the number one thing I'm going to do is shifting leadership. That might be taking leaders to a different level. That might bring new leaders in. That might be new leaders of new voices, with new perspectives, with new skill sets, new directions. But we need to take things to another level. Leaders solve problems and leaders maximize resources. If you're going to solve problems, you can't do it yourself, or it would have already been solved. You have to get others to help you to do it. That requires influence. True? If you're going to get people to maximize resources, that requires influence. If you're going to get people to partner with you, provide you resources, capital, suppliers, anything, that requires influence. If you're going to have an impact on your kids or your community or the world, that requires influence. There is no more important skill of leadership than influence. And yet most of us think of it like selling, and as a result, we don't master influence. So I'm not here today to try and get you to become a master of influence in 45 minutes or so of my chatting with you here, because we have so many of the speakers. This is the area of life I am most focused on. Because I know that if you can't influence, you can't lead. But if you can influence powerfully, intelligently, with integrity, there's no limit to whatever you can envision and what you can make real. And if your influence becomes not just you as the influence, but you're able to influence systems, people, company, culture. If you can turn other people into influencers, now whatever you vision about can be made into reality. And so as a skill of influence, we got to ask ourselves, how many agree leaders are what change companies? Raise your hand if you agree with that. Say aye. And leaders' number one skill is influence. If you agree, say aye. And then the question becomes, how do you influence? How do you influence consistently with integrity? You can influence many ways. You can do it without integrity. But the good news is we live in a world today where whatever you do, it's transparent to the world because there are no secrets anymore, are there? Try to have a secret today, bless you. You can forget the secret. With the internet, with the culture we have, with the way the world is today, there are no more secrets, and whatever you think is still possible to keep secret, give it 3 or 4 more years and it'll be impossible. Every phone call you make is recorded. There's no single phone call that goes in and out of North America that they don't have a recording of, and they can search by word, by tone, by tempo. They can even recognize voices now. There is no such thing as privacy. Everything you've ever put on the internet is there forever, and people know it and can search it. The way you write is searchable now. You can not sign your email, you can put it on somebody else's email, and the structure of your language and the way you influence things can be studied at this level. So the good news about that is manipulation as an ongoing tool for success is over. But adding value will never go out of style. Truth will never go out of style. So influencing with integrity is the secret. But what really influences people? Do facts and figures, we give you enough facts and figures out of a core story, is that going to influence people? No. It's the weaving of that story together in a way that produces what shifts people, and that's human emotion. Ultimately, the big game here is emotion. You have to influence emotion. You have to influence the emotion of your people. If you're going to maximize resources, and if we all agree, as we talked about the other day, it's not a lack of resources, it's a lack of what? Resourcefulness. If you're creative enough, if you're playful enough, if you're determined enough, if you're focused enough, you can find a way. If you're giving enough, if you're generous enough, if you're honest enough, if you're courageous enough, you will get people to help you. You will find the way. You will make that thing happen. You'll access the resource. You get someone to coach you, teach you, loan it to you, let you try it, drive it, experience it. So it's the ability to influence emotion, because that's what affects our intellect. That's the bottom line. A core story is only there to give you a set of facts to educate someone that will make them emotional enough to make a decision. And what they do is they go through a series of things that you have emotions about. They may say them in a non-emotional way, but the only reason they work is because you know they're going to open the person's emotion. How many agree with me on this? Say aye. So as leaders, we can never forget that humans are emotional creatures, including ourselves. And to influence other people, we have to know what already influences them. And we can't ever forget what truly influences them. It's going to come down to our ability to connect with them at a deep emotional level, or get others to do the same. Here's how I'd say it in a really simple term. To influence someone, you have to already be influenced. Right? To move somebody, you better be moved. To touch somebody, you can't touch somebody about your product or service or vision or idea or your company if you're not touched. To persuade others, you have to be persuaded. You can't give somebody else what you don't have. Now, you may have it intellectually, and here's the challenge. When you first meet somebody in your relationship, and you're all excited, what's the level of energy like? 0 to 10, make the sound of that energy. You meet somebody you're totally excited by, make the sound, everyone. 6 months, 6 years, 20 years later. It's scary, isn't it? And it's not time, because there are people I've been with them, been together 65 years, and they're still out of their mind for each other. They make the same amount of noise you did in the beginning here. What changes is, very often, when you're around something enough, I don't care what it is, there's a law called the law of familiarity. The law of familiarity says this: if you're around something enough, you take it just a little bit for granted. And it doesn't matter what it is, it's not that you don't care, it's that you get used to it. It's that the variety of it is not quite as high. It's not so new, and with that, sometimes you give it less significance. Even though in your heart you know it's significant, you don't keep the aliveness of it. It becomes something you intellectualize versus something you feel inside your body with a passion. So there are people who say, but we love each other. Yeah, well, that's great. You know, hug each other every now and then. You say you love each other. Little kiss like that. Was that how it was in the beginning? No. It isn't time. It's that most people don't understand that this emotion, this intensity, this passion has to be constantly reinforced every single day. And like any muscle, if you don't use it, so then you have the base understanding of why you do what you do, but you've lost the energy that makes it alive. And so if you're going to be touching people, you got to be touched. So then the question is, how do we influence ourselves? How do we influence other people? We got to get them into their emotions. We got to get ourselves into the emotions that are going to move us to action. And we got to do that ongoing, because otherwise all the stuff you wrote down will die. It'll die in your book. It'll die in your head. There has to be a level of emotion, a level of hunger in you that makes you go follow through. There's got to be a level of energy in you that when you go share it with people, you're able to influence them to follow through. And when they don't do it, enough to get back in there with them again and get them to do it again. This is where the whole game gets won or lost. Do you agree or disagree with me on this? So what we got to look at is, first of all, us. How many of you have days when you wake up and you feel like, I don't want to talk to people today? How many got days like this in your life? Say I. But again, as I said the other day, if you're the leader, you don't have that choice. If you're the leader, you have to get in a good state. If you're the leader, you have to get yourself in that place. And how many of you have had some gut checks? Let me see again in the last 6 months, 12 months in your business with economy changing like it's never changed before. How many have had those gut checks? Say aye. So what do? We have to become masters of influence, which means we have to be able to master the state of our own organization. To master the state of our own organization, we got to know how to change that. How fast, my friends? How fast? And where does it have to start? Ourselves, since we're the first constraint. And if we can do it with ourselves and influence, then we can teach everybody else to influence. We've said business is innovation and marketing. You have to influence people to innovate, because they're not going to just do it because they're used to what works and it's easier and they know it. Innovation means massive what? Change. How many people go, give me more massive change in my life with all the other things I'm trying to hang on to? They're not going to do that. You have to influence people to innovate. And marketing is influence. So what influences us is our states. How do we change our states? Let's start with you and I and with anybody we're going to work with. You've worked with me before, you know the first answer. If you're going to change somebody's state, the fastest way to do it is physical. Trying to change somebody's mind is really hard. Change their body, their mind will go. If you doubt it, give somebody enough alcohol and just see how quickly you can change them. True? Give them enough alcohol, I don't care who they are, they're going to change. What are you changing? Biochemistry, physiology. Physical body and the emotion, the mind will shift. That's why people take drugs. That's why people eat. When they go eat, it's a biochemical change in their body. So, but we can do this through movement. We can do this through change. So if you want to be the leader and you're going to be affected, first thing I'd say to all of you going home, so you don't feel overwhelmed, is you need to develop an ongoing discipline, because we are our rituals. And I mean a physical one. If you want to say, well, why is my life the way it is today? Look at your rituals. Whether you call them rituals or not, you have them. Most of you get up and you have a set of rituals. You go straight to email, or you go straight and work out, or you go have your breakfast, or you hit the snooze alarm at least 3 times. It's your ritual. Who knows what I'm talking about here? And if you want to know what somebody's like, you can see their rituals. You can look at anybody's body in this room, if you had them take their clothes off, and you know some of their rituals or lack thereof. Is it true? If every day you get up and your ritual is you go to Starbucks and order a smoke boca, whatever those things are that you have, right? And a big muffin and whatever it is, right? And that's what you do every day. It's not hard to figure out what you're going to be like by 10:30 in the morning. You're going to be looking for your next coffee, your next whatever, because you want to stimulate your adrenal glands like crazy, and they're going to drop predictably. And we know what your stress level is going to be like. We know when your energy is going to go and fade. It's predictable because of your rituals. If you eat a certain way, you can predict that person's going to be fat and tired. You eat a different way, you know. If a person eats and they exercise a certain way, you know what their body's going to be like. Who here works out 5 days a week, never misses? It's just your life. Let me see your hands. Look at the number of people here. That's fantastic. Give everybody a hand. That's really fantastic. Who here, honestly, never works out consistently? Right? Don't clap. Now, here's what's interesting. I'm not saying one is right as one is wrong, but will those two different rituals create a different body, yes or no? Yes. If we wanted to really make it clear, we'd say everybody works out 5 days a week, stand up. We can look at them, sit down. Everybody doesn't work out, stand up, look at them. It'll be pretty obvious. Now, some people's metabolism is different. They get by with different things, but you get the picture, don't you? Your relationships today are the results of your rituals. If the first thing you do every day when you come home is, hi, honey, and then you go and give them a little peck on the cheek, and then you sit down and start typing your emails, or you flip on the news, it's not hard to know what your relationship's going to be like. You guys might love each other, but it's going to be one boring, dead relationship. It's like having a brother or a sister. But if your new ritual was, and you just, in the beginning, you made it a ritual. You just made it for fun. You say, every day when I come home, the minute I'm going to do is I'm going to yell my husband or wife's name, or sometimes my wife's a little crazy, so I go, Lucy, I'm home. And then we both go running. Wherever she is in the house, wherever in the house, we go running full speed like lovers haven't seen each other in 6 months. We do it, ask my assistant, all the time. Now, not every day, but it's our ritual to this process, right? It's just a crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the hand, but that's not why I'm telling you to do this. I'm telling you this because I want you to create yours. Because when you do that and you're playful and crazy, and you do that on a regular basis, like you can't wait to see each other. And the biggest ritual that we have besides physical, and by the way, let me just say to you this. When you go home, if you want to transform your business, transform you by creating first, if you don't already have one, a set of physical rituals that you're not going to miss. I don't care if it's 3 days a week, 4 days a week, something that's going to make you physically strong, because in a place where there's going to be a lot of fear, the way you deal with crisis is number one thing you should do is feed your mind. And you're doing that. Get yourself new answers. Immerse yourself in new environments. Get new voices. Have new perspectives. Ask some new questions. Isn't that what we've been doing here? Right? And we're doing it together and bringing all these people together. I basically, to create innovation in your life and marketing, I've assembled here 19 people. You assembled 5 days of your life, and we're just rocking day and night. It's the total immersion of what I taught you in innovation. It's really what it is, but it's got to continue. For it to continue, though, we've also been managing your state to a great extent, right? Most of you don't go home and 4 or 5 days a day start clapping like crazy and screaming and shaking. You don't do that yourself, right? And so some of you are going to go like, wow, it doesn't feel the same as at the seminar and stuff. You know, I'm back here by myself and my people aren't doing this. But some of you will go home and initiate this. You're going to have your physiology 5, your 5 minutes of physiology shift, once an hour, once every 90 minutes, or no more than once every 2 hours. You're going to start your morning with everybody, and you're going to bring in and get some little audio clip of something from a movie or something that blasts across, the room, and have everybody stand at attention. You're going to do some crazy stuff if you're smart. Go over Zappos and see what they do. They got the most crazy stuff going on there. All the stuff that I do in seminars, they do every day at their location with their people. And people can't wait to get to work and they're in a certain state.